Hi, my name is Keith and I'm known as a Florida Stone Man, and today I'm going to talk to you all about picture jasper. This has to be one of the most underestimated crystals ever. This is one of the most beautiful crystals in nature. It literally has mountains on it. It has a whole artwork design in it. When people see it, they almost are in disbelief that this is a crystal and that this exists and that this comes from Mother Nature. It comes from the ground and it's very powerful. I would call this the most underestimated stone or crystal ever. This is the most underestimated crystal in the whole crystal world. It's really unfortunate because I've had some beautiful experiences with it. I actually love this crystal so much that I made an armband out of it. And I also got a little gifted William the fish. It's basically a little fish made out of picture jasper. It's such a beautiful crystal. Let's get to talking about what it actually does. So picture jasper, this is actually a very easy crystal to remember. It's a crystal that allows you to tap into your intuition in different ways that any other crystals you tap into your intuition with. So picture jasper, if you look at it, just simply by looking at it, even on a scientific spectrum, when you look at it, it'll trigger certain things in your brain. So this is a very good crystal for clairvoyance, very good crystal for opening gifts, a very good crystal for enhancing psychic abilities that relate to vision. This crystal, in my experience, opens clairvoyance like no other crystal. So this has its very specific pathway in opening clairvoyance and visions. It basically allows us to see a bigger picture. It allows us to see life as not just out of duality, out of wholeness. The first time I ever fell asleep with picture jasper next to my bed, I was texting my friend and on the phone, we were just talking back and forth, and I made a bracelet out of it, a chunky bracelet out of picture jasper, and I fell asleep with it next to my bed. That night, I had the most vivid dreams ever of my friend. I'm not going to say who this is. I saw her guardian angel. I saw her guides, and they were all telling me stuff. And I just saw it looked like one of the craziest movies, like the environment of the entire, just the picture of the dream, the picture of the vision that I was getting. It was so vivid. I saw the ground. I could see the individual ground. It looked like something like it was like the most exotic thing in the astral realm. And they were telling me all this information at once. I was seeing all of them. Some of them were floating. And I told her all the information when I woke up. And she's like, "Oh my God, that's everything I've been asking about. This is basically everything I needed to know." And this is it. It was just a lot of information. I'm not going to say who this is or any information about that because that's personal. But the thing is, just the vividness, the beauty of the vision that I had after I fell asleep with it. Like, if you ever watched Courage the Cowardly Dog, it looked like a scene out of that because the ground was just, it was like a deep purple grass and the clouds were pink and her angel was floating and it was not like overly flashy. It was just very intensely, like you can see the whole picture at once in the vision, but then it wasn't just overly flashy, it was just very intense. So I thought it was very beautiful. I'm always in awe just by that vision I had when I fell asleep with this next to my bed. Picture jasper is a crystal that opens it helps open a path of clairvoyance that helps the vividness of your clairvoyance open. So basically clairvoyance is a muscle in your spiritual mind that you have to practice. Your third eye can be open and you not have good clairvoyance. So clairvoyance must be exercised. There's different ways to exercise that. I might teach that in a few videos later, but this is a wonderful crystal for opening clairvoyance just by scrying upon it. So what does scrying mean? Scrying means to look at. So as you look at it, your vision will shift and change, and then your third eye will get involved, not just your two eyes, and then you'll start to see images pop out of here. You'll start to see different faces and you'll start to see different vehicles and just people you meet in the future. It's a very wild thing. I've seen some very interesting prophetic things in scrying, but picture jasper is wonderful for that. So every picture jasper is very different. Very good picture jasper comes from Namibia in Africa. Picture jasper can also come from Brazil or Oregon, but it's all going to be very different picture jasper. Like almost no one picture jaspers are the same. This is like the mountain kind of picture jasper. This is the desert kind. Some people think that this looks like a desert. I think this looks like mountains and streams and like different mudslides and stuff like that. But picture Jasper is wonderful for opening clairvoyance. So what else might be picture Jasper good for? So picture Jasper is also very good for calming down. It helps you feel really, really calm. It helps you feel like you're a part of the bigger picture. So a lot of reasons why people stress out and people get freaked out and just get frantic is because they don't visualize, they can't see an end goal. They can't see the end in mind. They can't see, instead of for worrying, like knowing that tomorrow is going to be okay, and like just maybe if they had a bad day, it's going to pass. They're worried, like they're stuck in the bad day. They don't see the bigger picture. They feel like they can't achieve their goals because they're stuck in a very small picture. Picture Jasper, the energies of this crystal takes you to a bigger picture. It calms you down, it grounds you. All Jaspers have a nurturing quality about them, but picture Jasper is very, very mellowing. It allows you to hone in on what you need to do to get something done. I like to say it allows you to see the bigger picture. Someone said that to me a while ago, and it's one of the most underestimated crystals ever. When you wear a crystal necklace out of this, when you wear a crystal bracelet, when you sleep with a crystal by your bed, visions, dreams just go through the roof. It's a very beautiful picture. I mean, very beautiful stone. It literally looks like a picture. I wish I could have this framed. I will be getting a lot more picture Jasper, especially on my body, because the energies of picture Jaspers is just very complex. So some crystals are in their own category of energy. So yes, this is the Jasper, but this has its own energy like none other. Another example of a crystal that has its own energy that cannot be really related to other crystals is rhyolite, or rainforest rhyolite. I'll talk about that in a future video, but picture Jasper, its energies is just, it's exotic, it's otherworldly. So I notice a lot of people who are not really deep in their spiritual journey, or some people in general, a lot of people will be like, oh, that's a pretty looking stone. But for the spiritually advanced people who really tap into this stone, it takes them to another level. It takes someone who is deep and very integrated in their spirituality to realize what this stone can do. That's how a lot of Jaspers are. People, when they first start off in crystals, they don't seem interested in Jaspers at all. I don't know if it's because they don't understand it, or just maybe their spiritual cravings are of more of the simple stones like amethyst and hematite. But picture Jasper is a stone, a really advanced crystal that people who are advanced on their spiritual journeys should definitely check out. It starts off being a very calm stone. Like, it almost doesn't really it's not going to hit you like hematite will or red jasper, but it's going to kind of linger until it triggers something within you, and from there you'll feel its energies. You have to kind of let it linger into your energy field, since it's the jasper and it's a little more slow in creeping. But picture Jasper is one of my favorite crystals ever. I would make this into a headband if I could. It looks ancient, it looks prehistoric, it looks just wild. This is the most tribal, tropical, just different extraterrestrial looking stone. There's so much going on. Even if I flip it upside down, now it looks like a different picture. In my opinion, this is Mother Nature just kind of flexing on us, and she's like, well, I'm an artist too. Mother Nature's just kind of doing her little details, and it's just such a beautiful crystal. If you've never meditated with the crystal picture Jasper, I would definitely check it out. If there's any more Jaspers you want me to talk about in the future, I will definitely talk about them. I'm going to keep bringing this up until more people are aware of it. Jaspers are a kind of crystal that people are not aware about at all, and I think that it definitely should be known. Maybe one day it'll be popular once people figure out what it does and how it opens specific pathways within clairvoyance. But if you have any questions about picture Jasper, just message me or ask them in the comments. I always love talking about picture Jasper, or crystals that people don't know of. I will talk about more crystals that people don't know about in the future. Until then, I love your questions. I love answering your questions. Keep asking your questions. There's no such thing as too many questions. Until then, I will see you guys next time. Bye.